Okay, well, this is gonna be like, if you know this rule, it's gonna save you a lot of money, it's gonna make you a lot of money. Okay, and we're gonna start off with that. How money works? If you look on the left side here, where it shows most of America, or most people, tend to save their money where? At the bank, right? Because that's what we're taught to do. That's where our parents maybe save the bank. And what's the best, what, not necessarily the best, but what is our primary classroom of finances? Our home, right? That's how we learn, you know, watching or listening to what our parents say. That's really the initial classroom for our financial life. And so you don't know what kind of, whether they were good habits or bad habits, you're gonna later implement those in your adult life. And so what Primerica teaches is that there is a way, if you want to invest in the long term, that you can bypass the middleman, which is the bank, and become an investor in the global economy, okay? We, you know, we don't, it's not to say that you don't need a bank account. Of course, we all need a bank account, right? We all manage our bills and our monthly expenses. But when you're talking about long-term investing, long-term savings, retirement, college plans, especially when you have young children, those kinds of things, anything 5, 10, 20, even 30 years ahead of time, there are ways for you to be able to make a better return on that investment and grow your money a lot quicker. And so the rule of 72 is in the middle up here. And basically the rule of 72 is, they call it the banker's rule. Banking establishments, financial corporations, investment firms, they use this formula to let you know or to calculate how fast your money is going to double, okay? So it's just very, very general, but you take the number 72 and you divide that by the interest that your savings is gaining, okay? So in the first column, you can see 72 divided by 3 equals 24. Does everybody see that up here at the top? Yeah? 72 divided by 3 equals 24. So what that means is that if you were to invest $10,000, it would take 24 years for that money to duplicate on its own at a 3% rate, okay? And then it would take another 24 years for that to go from 20 to 40,000 on its own, okay? So at the end of those 48 years, you would have $40,000. How does that sound to you? Good?
Horrible.
Bad? You'll take it?
Horrible.
Not
Okay.
enough.
If you know it doesn't, if you know more, then it doesn't sound so good, but you know what the reality is, people don't know. And so this is what most of our plans are dealing with. Most of our retirement plans are dealing with is a 2-3%. Does anyone know what a savings account at a bank is paying right now?
Less than 1%.
Less than 1%. Less than 1, 0.10, 0.4, 0.5, so not even 1%, okay? So, and also think about this. I know for a fact Teachers Retirement System, the TRS system, their average gain is 2.5%. So we're not even getting the 3% as teachers investing into this retirement system that is supposed to hold us off once we finish teaching. We don't contribute to Social Security, so we can't access Social Security. The TRS is the only thing we'll have at retirement. And when I learned about the rule of 72 and the fact that teachers were spending 20, 30 years in education, were retiring and coming back as substitutes, I was wondering what's going on. You know, they worked a long time. They should have enough money to be able, well, their money just, they were saving, their money just didn't grow fast enough or at the rate that it should have. Here's another example, 6%. 72 divided by 6 is 12. So the same scenario, $10,000. After 12 years would be 20,000. After 24 years would be 40,000, and then after 48 years you'd have 160,000. Same amount of money invested, same amount of time, 48 years, but you see the bottom line and the big difference that that makes, right? How many of you take 160,000 over the 40,000?
For sure.
Right, of course. And look at this example with the 12%. 72 divided by 12 is 6. That means your money's gonna double every 6 years, and the bottom line is $2.5 million. same investment, 10,000, same period of time is 48 years, 2.6 million. Where do you get that type of a return? In the global economy. That's the only way. Rich people invest in the market. All these big investment gurus, they have their own investments. And so what Primerica does is Primerica teaches people how to go from A to B and even C. And the vehicles, because all it is the vehicle that you're using, to be able to have that knowledge that, okay, where does my money grow faster? Where can my money really have a better return? Okay?